Here we are. Here we are.
1986.
Back in time. So, Sontia, did you know that alligators live for 100 live to be 100 years old?
I did not know that, but it makes sense as they're pretty much dinosaurs.
Yeah, so there's a pretty good chance they will see you later.
Oh, God.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you.
Music.
Lovers Only.
What's up?
What's going on?
I don't know. There's something different. There's something different about this episode. I don't know what it is.
We are coachless, and Sontia's got a new background, and I'm a ghost.
You have a ghost. Maybe the Holy Ghost.
The Holy Ghost. I don't know. I'm daydreaming about vacation so hard. It's just this week's been rough, and I'm just like, okay, vacation. The only thing I could think of to not just throw hands or walk out and just say, screw this place. Work's been crazy stupid.
Oh yeah. We finally slowed down. But I've been thinking about vacation. But then my bills were like, you mean like going to Kansas City for a day? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of vacation. I was thinking about, we got fishing poles, so I'm going to take the boys fishing. And I was like, hey, since we're going to go fishing, we might as well go camping. And I was like, well, since we're going to go camping, we should go camping somewhere nice. And so now I think we're going to go to Montana.
I got buddy that goes to Montana, says it's beautiful. He's like, well, there's real trees here. And I'm like, well, dude, there's real trees in Colorado, and it's a hell of a lot closer.
Oh, yeah.
That
Louisiana has some crazy trees.
I would not go camping in Louisiana. I do not like slithery things. I don't like crocodiles, alligators, snakes, or anything else. That I wouldn't go camping in Louisiana. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. You do you, boo.
I'm not going camping in Louisiana.
I don't think I would go camping in Colorado. I mean, I like Kansas camping because there's not a lot of things that want to eat us. There really isn't here, you know. I mean, we've got
mountain lions and that one exotic house cat that's running around here somewhere, and foxes.
The foxes don't want to eat you. I mean, we don't have bears. We don't have. I mean, I think Western Kansas there's some rattlesnakes, but here, you know, here around here, there's not much threat of rattlesnake. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the foxes would just be having sex real loud. And it'd just be bothering people. You remember that last year when people were like calling the police because they thought somebody was getting murdered, but it was just foxes having sex in the park?
No, I don't remember that.
That was a news story. That was like on Cake News.
Oh, wow. I remember when our last trip to Colorado, we would see a fox out walking the neighborhood, just roaming around, a couple of them every day. We'd see cute little red foxes, and they're just hanging out.
Yeah.
This is so cool. I don't think we're going to go far north as we did last time. I think I'm just going to hit Manitou Springs and Colorado Springs.
Mm-hmm.
North was fun, but it was kind of stressful getting there up the mountains and stuff. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it's like, I want to have a stress-free vacation. It's just me driving, so I don't want to, just go somewhere and stay. Like the last one, I mean, I don't know how, I think 2,000 miles we put on the car. And I'm like,
wow. That's crazy.
I don't want to do that again. I did not come home. I mean, it was a fun trip, but I needed a couple weeks to recover from vacation.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't like those vacations. When I used to go on vacation when I was younger and married, and we would leave the kids for a couple of days, and then we'd just be like drunk the whole time. And then we'd be sober on the way there and then sober up to get back. But the whole rest of the trip I remember, like, I feel like I was dancing with a police officer at one point, and he told us where to get really good pancakes. And then like there was this chick that like jumped off of a table onto me. Like, that's how we party on vacation.
I
So
haven't haven't partied like that in a long time, but
It's been years.
especially that I'm on 24/7 dad duty, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, so that was when you have a partner.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
wild out a
take
little bit.
turns, and definitely if the kids ain't around, but
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk 1986. A lot of iconic music came out in 86. There was a lot of songs that are on every 80s playlist. And then they came out in 86. A lot of bands and a lot of things happened. I got into some of them. I'm like, they were very, very politically charged. I'm like, what on earth was going on in 86 here? And
Yeah.
there was with the Contra, there was quite a few military, I don't know what to call them exactly, but things blowing up where there was heat, like Iran, there was the Iran, something happened in Iran, something happened in Philippines and all.
Wars? Like military wars?
I don't think they were calling them wars. They were just calling them uprisings and stuff like that.
Ah.
But war to describe a war. But the Challenger, the space shuttle, it blew up. I think we were just kind of talking about that a couple weeks because that was January 28th is when that happened. And
Oh
I
man,
was seven in 86. So I
yeah.
know we were watching that thing. I mean, I don't remember when the plug got pulled, but because it was the first civilian that was supposed to be going up into outer space. She was a
Right.
teacher, I don't know, elementary, maybe. She was a teacher, school teacher is all it says. And so, she died in that. And so, yeah, all the teachers, that was in every class. And then we just sit there and watched them all.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I went home and saw it. I don't remember the Challenger blowing up at school.
I don't remember much of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Chernobyl, like I said, I definitely don't remember hearing about this because we weren't watching it on TV in the school. Yeah, I think everybody that was in school at that time was watching it because it was a school teacher going up. So the school teachers were like, "Power school teachers!" But Chernobyl, that was the the nuclear power plant that had a catastrophic explosion and
Yeah.
worst nuclear disaster in history over there in what is now Ukraine, was then Russia.
Oh yeah. It was also probably one of the most mediocre horror movies in history.
A lot. It probably spawned a few of them. I know Hot Tub Time Machine it was a critical a critical event for the Hot Tub Time Machine because that's how they got the juice to make the time machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oprah Winfrey Show had her first episode. She did her first show. Top Gun was the highest selling movie. That's why hence Maverick and the goose on our flyer there. What was IBM, their first laptop? They called it the PC convertible. And then the first virus was created in Pakistan by two brothers. It was called the brain virus. And then Halley's Comet, 76-year orbital return, Halley's Comet.
Oh wow.
So there was a lot of going on. Statue of Liberty reopened after 2 years of renovations. So yeah, it was crazy times, man. A lot of crazy stuff happened in 86 and a lot of good music.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it seems like a lot of terrible things.
Terrible
All of those
things
things
usually
seem really bad.
Yeah, they usually spawn good music.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, okay, so like since we are coachless and we don't have a list of coach, we're gonna make a list. I think we're gonna do that. We'll do that at the end. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first because I always go first, except for these last 5 times.
Except for the times you want to go first. Let me get to the right thing and go down and hit the right button.
Man, I have a coin behind me. We could have flipped a coin. It's too late now, though.
Well, I want to say I want to note I didn't say all right, okay.
Okay.
All right, all right. Okay, okay. Well, that's coined too, but
Mhm, mm.
it was a pretty easy list. Like I said, the way I do it is I go to the Wikipedia and I find out albums released, and don't do the Billboard searches. I just go to the albums that were released. It gives me every month a monthly breakdown. It tells me what artist released an album, and so I go through there and I find my favorite artist and see if it's an album that I had any favorites on.
Mhm.
There was one of them that made the list that almost every song was favorited,
Mhm.
and so that was pretty crazy. But my number 5 we're combines 3 things that I like: sad songs, Ohio, and Dwight Yoakam. And the song is "South of Cincinnati" by Dwight Yoakam off his '86 album Guitars, Cadillacs, etc. etc. And a lot of good music on this album. This guitars, Cadillacs, hillbilly music, and
Mhm.
honky tonk man. I think that was the name of that one on there. But "South of Cincinnati" I hadn't heard, and I love a good sad Dwight Yoakam song. So I heard this one, and it had Cincinnati in it. Now that's half of my home. Half of my heart belongs to Ohio.
Mhm.
I was like, that's it right there. We're doing it, and it's got I don't know how you feel about the old slide guitar, but them steel guitars, the lap
Oh, yeah.
guitars.
Yeah. Those are
Oh,
some of the prettiest sounds. I swear to God, I know Dwight Yoakam songs, but I until I actually hear it, I cannot think of what he sounds like.
yeah. His pants were very tight. That's
Oh,
that.
that
So that
so he's a soprano.
yeah, no, he doesn't have the deep Johnny Cash. I know you've heard a song. I can't.
I know I've heard probably a whole album. I probably listened to him today. I
I mean, he's
just
got a little bass in his voice. But I don't know how he fits in his pants. I don't. I think he had to. I think they had to be like sewn in or painted on jeans. But yeah, I love Dwight. He's got a lot of good songs. So that's what we topped it off with. Number 4 is one. This is the one that had almost every song already liked. I mean, we did do him as an artist. So Mr. Phil Collins with Genesis. And
Oh,
this was their
man.
first big album, Invisible Touch.
Mhm.
And the song that I chose is Into Deep, because it's
Okay.
kind of a cautionary tale. He's like, hey, I'm playing for keeps. I can't take it if you screw me over. So just don't screw me over.
As the plea is.
Yeah. And like I said, this was their first huge album. And again, every song but 2 on the album, I think, was a quote unquote hit or had a lot of radio play.
Oh, yeah.
And like I say, this time Phil was playing for keeps, and this was like their 100th album. I mean, they had like so many more. If you remember Genesis when we
Oh,
did
yeah.
Phil Collins, I mean, because Genesis started out with he wasn't even the original member. He took over drums like second or third album.
Mhm.
Peter Gabriel was still singing for them,
Mhm.
and they were, I would say, they were like more like wizard music and fairy tales,
Oh,
nerd,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. I imagined that there was a Dungeon and Dragon game set up in the studio when they were recording.
Yeah, I feel like that album was like it didn't even come out in the '80s, it was like '79 or something like that.
Well, I mean, they seriously had like 10 albums before this. They
Mhm.
were putting out albums every year since like 78,
Mhm.
something like that. So I mean, they had years before they got big.
Yeah,
And
they had to do
Phil,
all the psychedelics before they got to the actual drugs.
yeah, yeah, until they got to the snow.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, Phil, after Peter Gabriel quit, Phil had they auditioned for a new singer.
Mhm.
Phil was already doing backups, and so he was teaching all these new hopefuls how to sing the songs.
Mhm.
And after about a year, they were just like, dude, do you want to do it?
It's
It'll be
like,
easier to
I'm not
replace
doing
you on the
anything else.
drums and just sing. So I think for a time he may have played drums and held the vocals down, but I think he finally gave up the drums and just sang. And
He
obviously
was
special
probably
with
thinking it was just gonna be, for just one night.
Zing. My number three is a twofer. It combines two 80s iconic artists, and I had never heard the song before. Wasn't
Mhm.
very familiar with the album. The album is a Billy Joel album
Okay.
called Bridges,
Mhm.
86 obviously, and the song is Code of Silence, and joining him on this is Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, yeah, that's an
And
awesome song.
she had her, an album out then too that I wanted to add some songs on, but I'd already added those songs because I love Cyndi Lauper.
Mhm.
And so I thought, well, let's get, and the other songs were none of the big iconic songs of Billy Joel on that album. So I was like, yeah, let's just do this.
Mhm. Mhm.
And number two is a little punk. Two and one. I had to go punk because it was the 80s and especially 86 was a pretty good year for punk. A
Mhm.
lot of good punk music came out. And like I said, I've been really enjoying the punk.
Oh, yeah.
So this was one I was kind of familiar with the band a little bit. I mean, I respect them, but this song and this album, uh, Sour Grapes by Descendants. And the song is, or the album is Enjoy.
Okay.
And like I said, I'd never heard it either. I mean, I'd listened to some Descendants, but it was stuff they'd done later,
Mhm.
after 86. And it's just a song, you know what the term sour grapes means, right? You're bitter about, somebody's having,
Right.
you're so I like that concept because I try not to have sour grapes, but sometimes I do. But he got rejected by a snobby woman and he's bitter about it. And so he wrote a whole song about it.
Oh.
She's, what are you gonna do when you get old? When you turn 21? I'm like, oh God, dude. Remember when you thought
Ooh.
21 was old? And I'm like, and then the next verse he goes 31, and I go, still, I would love to love to have that 31-year-old body again, just to be able to move a little bit without things hurting,
Just the
creaking,
back. Just the
cracking.
31-year-old back would be fine.
Yeah. And then my number one is probably my all-time favorite punk band, The Misfits.
Sweet.
Skulls is the song off their. It was a compilation album Danzig put out of their singles because the
Mhm.
band broke up in 83. So this one, originally it was called, I think Misfits 1, but I think it's been changed to Collections 1 or
Okay.
vice versa, but it's known as both. And this was the album that I discovered Misfits on. Like I said, it was 86, so I would really, other than the radio, if it wasn't on the radio, I couldn't find it. There was no internet. We didn't
Mhm.
have phones. So if it wasn't on the radio or my dad was listening to it, I couldn't find it. So I did
Mm.
not find Skulls in 86. This was much, much later, 99, something like that, probably.
Mhm.
But this was the first album that I found of theirs, and I really enjoy it. And like I said, the band broke up in 83 and then reformed later without Danzig. And
Mhm.
I like some of that era stuff too, but Danzig is my favorite. And like I said, this album had so many songs that again were hearted already, so liked already. So I was like, which
Just
one I do? I
like
know I've picked some before, so I tried to think of ones I didn't pick, and I liked them all, so it was pretty easy.
Oh, that's cool. What's the name of the song one more time?
Skulls.
Skulls. Okay.
I want your skulls.
For what?
I need your even I am, and that was the line. There was a line in there that when I was first writing, because this was before I found the Misfits. So I was
Mhm.
writing lyrics for songs and poetry and shit in books, and I had inadvertently stole a line from them never hearing them before, and I was like, "What? That is so crazy."
Ooh. Ooh.
Demon I Am, something, something, something.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
lot of folks on the same wavelengths. So every now and again, I wonder if there are lyrics that you come up with because somehow or another you've heard it in the background or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been, like I said, my guitarist at the time was really into him before I got into him. He was kind of the one who got me into him. But I
Mhm.
think I was writing I think I was writing that before I even got in that band.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
it was just, a handful of paragraphs, just say a handful of lines put together that, that'd be a good line for a song.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. And speaking of songs, you got a song that's out now. How are the tracking on that? Millions of views, pocket or pocket
I don't think it's
mindful
millions.
of bullets. Yes, mindful of bullets, right?
Mindful of bullets, yeah. I haven't even looked. I listen to it all the time. I listen to folks have been DMing me and talking to me about it, and it's been shared, but I haven't even looked at the
Yeah.
stats yet.
It's a million. I already looked.
It's 1,000 billion.
Yes.
We're gonna have to re-coordinate numbers for the amount of people who have listened to it. But yeah, if you haven't listened to it, listen. It's so good. Oh, did you freeze or did you just get quiet?
Got quiet. I was reading a comment trying to make sense of it. But all right,
Okay.
you ready?
Okay. Yep. Mhm. Are you
Looks like
talking
we got
about this comment right here?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's I'm gonna tell you how I feel about you night and day. That's an
we, we
old R&B song.
we got a reaction.
Oh
I don't know who gave us a wow reaction.
yeah, it
I
was
have
either.
offended somebody already. It's amazing. Okay, go on with your list.
Oh man, I don't think it's offended.
Mic
I
drop.
see my
Follow
friends.
that.
I see Bradley and and Toy and Cody and Barry on here, so they be playing. They be playing. Thanks everybody for watching. It's so cool to see you guys. So for my 1986 list, I don't I just, I was kind of I tried to stay away from the billboards too. So I checked to see who had some albums out in 1986 and if it was somebody that I liked, I'd write it down. Went through the process of elimination. This is in no particular order actually. But I picked this first one because I love Janet Jackson and her Control album had come out in 1986. And that was one of the funnest albums that I feel like she made. Like prior, like it got a little bit more serious, more adult subject matter, more I don't want to say professional, but it was more professional. Like it was more made for mainstream, but Control was just fun. Like she was having a good time when she did that. And the song that I picked from that album is When I Think of You. And I like that because I remember when the video came out, I would watch BET Soul, I think it was, is when she would come out. Because they weren't, I don't know if they were playing her on MTV yet. And then there was just people and they were just all of these colorful clothing in a little village and everybody's just having a good time. When I think of you. And it's just such a sweet song. So that's my number one.
Good one.
Number two, I'm gonna put on Coach's list because I think he would have picked that. So my new number two, which would probably still be on his list, but it's on my list, so I'm gonna say I stole it from him. So there's the buzzer since it's not here. I took it. So number two is going to be Salt and Pepper.
Oh yeah.
And they had like the album that they put out then was brand new, and it was an introductory album. And there were a lot of good songs on it, but the one that was the biggest hit was Push It. And oh my God, like I played that a couple of times while I was just kind of looking through to see what else that I could find. But that's a fun song. Girl power, some of the first female MCs to just pop out the scene. And then they just decided that they were going to make a song that was going to make people think it was about sex, but it wasn't. It's actually about pushing yourself to your limit. And probably about sex.
Yeah,
It probably is.
What was the name of the album? Do you have that written down?
Nope.
I'm just trying to think. I think it was Crazy Sexy Cool.
No, that's TLC.
That's TLC. Okay.
Yeah, it
Maybe
was.
that's why when I searched that, I couldn't find it. I don't know. But
yeah.
I found that some of the previous albums weren't on Spotify. I don't know why on Spotify. Maybe it was different, released to a different label, or they don't have the rights to it. I've noticed that a lot of the musicians are like selling their rights to the music to I don't know why they would sell all of their royalties and shit for the music. They're
Money.
broke, I guess.
Yeah, they
It was
just
Rage
needed the
Against
money.
the Machine or maybe even System of a Down. I just seen one of my favorite bands had done that. It's like, God, are y'all broke?
Oh my God, this is so unprofessional. My laptop's about to die and I'm in a new spot. Give me a minute, guys. Also, Jermaine. Hey, Jermaine. Jermaine not only was my ministry leader and a good brother in my life, but he is also the one that gave me the right note for my single that just came out.
The right note? Oh yeah.
The right note.
Gotta have the right note. Gotta have the right note.
That note out to save my life, and he saved that whole song. A gospel leader and just an overall amazing person. And I remember at one point I had prayed that I get good men in my life. I was like, God, I want love so bad. Please send me love in my life. And he sent me so many good brothers and just sons and fathers, and then just people that always speak life to me. And Tremaine is one of those people. So thank you so much for coming. Wanted to give you a shout out because I love you so much.
Awesome.
Yes, the harmony.
You got the juice? Do you got the juice now?
Yes, I got the juice.
Right.
All right. So we were on number what? Salt and Pepper, Push It. Okay. Number 3 is going to actually be a Megadeth song, because I was kind of tired of listening to just like kind of the same types of sounding songs. Because 86 was really, it was an interesting time, but at some point everything just kind of started sounding the same to me. So I was like, well, what were they doing in the metal community?
Yeah, I gotta have them really gated drums and the synthesizers and
oh yeah. And so Megadeth is going to be my number 3, and they have a song called Peace Sells.
Yeah.
And my favorite line is the first line. What do you mean I don't believe in God? I talk to him every day. And I really like that because people were so insistent, and metal, let's be honest, kind of put on the front that they were all about the devil. Like let's be honest. People weren't freaking out for no damn reason.
they had their moments.
Yeah. But yeah, so but that was one of the things to where it's like, we still believe in God, talk to him every day, I believe in the United States. And then the song goes on to say that, peace sells, but in reality, that's not really what is happening. They like for it to, but it really, it's just a gimmick.
I can't, I'm not huge Megadeth, and I'm trying to think of the song, but I think it was more satirical. I think it was a statement of saying that, war really sells, and it was a satire, it was their way of, poking fun out of it.
Oh yeah. So I really like it.
War is big business.
Absolutely. That's all it ever is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's my number 3. Number 4. Oh my God, where was I? I was just singing this at where was I? Oh, I was at Applebee's. So my friend Ryan Brooks and his lady Shadow, they got engaged on Valentine's
Yeah.
Day, and we went to Applebee's. And Living on a Prayer came on by Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
So that's my number 4.
Was it slippery when
And
it was wet?
huh?
Was it slippery when it was wet?
A little bit. Uh, but it's a classic. You can sing Living on a Prayer anywhere, probably in the world, and somebody's gonna sing with you. And it was the most random and beautiful sing along. Our 4 little tables.
Yeah.
Just started by me, yours truly, Miss Sing Along. And I love that song just because it's a good song. Bon Jovi was an amazing artist. He really was. He knew how to just really keep you engaged and get you ready to go party. But that is just like number 1 song in America.
Yeah, them girls loved old Bon Jovi.
Oh yeah. Yeah, still do. If he's alive, I don't know.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's doing some good things. I think he's genuinely a pretty good human being even.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. And then finally, we're going to do Cameo. Word up.
Word.
It's the code word. That cod piece, man. That's what I remember about Cameo. I remember him coming on or them coming on and that video playing. And then there was just this it's like it had to be a different color than the whole room to direct your eyes right
to it.
there.
Yeah.
And then he'd look you right in the eye and go, word up. And I'm
Word up.
I don't know, sir.
Ice up here.
Stranger danger, but no, for real.
Side note, that's Kevin's favorite song in the entire world.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
we for some reason I associated with him for some reason. I don't know if it's a joke, a long running joke that I done kind of forgot about.
I don't know.
Word
It's
up.
a good song. It's the code word.
I think Coach and I joked that it was his favorite song on an episode when he was on, and yeah, I think that's what it was.
I don't know. That sounds right. But yeah,
good,
that's my list.
Good list. There will be a playlist on the YouTubes, the Tube of Views. We're on Spotify. I've got every episode of this year on Spotify. I don't think I'm going to go back because nobody watches us on Spotify. So if you want to watch us on Spotify and give me a little tingle when I see a view, that would be cool. But we're on there. We're just, I don't know. I mean, I know everybody's got a different platform they love, and they're one of the early softwares or websites I used to upload onto Spotify wouldn't let me upload a video. But when I go directly to the Spotify thing, I mean, of course I can only send it to Spotify on the Spotify thing, but the other one let me send it to iHeartRadio, Apple Tunes, whatever I would make an account for. Never get Apple or whatever, iTunes or Apple whatever. I could never get it figured out because I'm not an Apple user, and it didn't like me. I tried and it kicked me out. So I was like, I feel the same way. So I don't need to be on there. All right. So do we want to do Coach's list real quick? Do we want to give him a sounder?
Okay. Yeah. Let's give him a sounder.
Give him a sounder. Make it feel as homey as possible. We should have got like an AI avatar to come on and do it if we had enough time, and we could probably have made that happen. But Coach is learning how to be a better boss. That's good.
Sweet.
I'll let you go first. You pick one, and then I'll pick one, and then we'll argue over the last one. How about that?
Okay. All right. So the one that I have that I think he really would have picked would be Run DMC and Aerosmith, Walk This Way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would have had that one on there.
Yeah.
I
I don't know what he'd say about it, but
like I said, what he would have been, I think 4 or 5, I think in '86. So he'd probably been dancing around, maybe still in his diapers. I don't know how. I don't know how. It's certainly his captain or his skibbies, his Subaru's. What were the kids' underwear called? I don't know.
Transformer underpants.
Yeah.
Rainbow
Let's
Bright.
See. I feel that he would have definitely had Phil Collins on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think out of that whole album, Invisible Touch would be way more Coach's speed, because like I said, the other songs were kind of sad, kind of heartbreaky or whiny, even, the In Too Deep, it's kind of whiny, it's, kind of prima donna-ish, that's probably why I relate to that. But I think Coach would have picked Invisible Touch.
So yeah, I think so. He might have got himself into some Lionel Richie. Coach is he's a dancer. He likes to do a little of this a little bit. So I think Dancing on the Ceiling by Lionel Richie, I think maybe he would have at least had that on his tentative list.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's possible.
Yeah.
We'll have he'll have to grade us next week when he hears us back. All right, so I think my next one for Coach, I guess we're doing number 2.
Are we doing all 5? Because I don't have 5.
No, we're creating his list. He's on number. So we got 2 more to go. We've done 3 already. So yeah, I think in his like I said, the Beastie Boys had an album, one of their major albums. The only reason I didn't put it on it because I'm pretty sure he's picking them for his artist pick, which we'll get that rolling next year, next week. But I think the reggae vibe that Coach is, I think he's into reggae. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think he likes reggae.
I don't know. I feel like he would.
I can't swear to it, but if I had to guess, I think he would like UB40. And the song that I had on here was All I Want to Do. And I think this was before the Red Wine and before they had any major success. So I think this was kind of an obscure, but it definitely had a good reggae vibe to it.
Okay.
So I think he would put that one on there.
I feel like I've heard that one, but not it. I've heard Red Wine so much that I can't remember the other one.
Yeah, and I think that came out. That was 90s probably. I think is when that came out. I didn't realize. I thought that was their first hit, and then I found that I think the album before they did a cover of a song that I enjoyed, and they did a good job too. And I think Red Wine is a cover from Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond did that one originally. But this one was I don't have the album here, but it was the '86 album. It's a good song. I liked it.
Okay.
So for number 1, we gotta argue. What do we think?
Well, I only have 2 more songs on my list. So out of the 2 songs that I have, the one that's most coachy, because I'll tell you which 2. So I have Steve Winwood, Higher Love.
Which he's picked that one already. Huh? He just picked that one like on 2 or 3 episodes ago. So
did he?
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't pick it again then.
Well, yeah, but
so Metallica, Master of Puppets is the second.
I got Huey Lewis, Hip to Be Square, or Paul Simon, You Can Call Me Al. So I don't know. Out of those 4, what do we think would be
Huey Lewis?
It's Hip to Be Square.
Maybe. Yeah. I think that would be it.
It was hard not to put him on there, and he did a song with it was on this album, on that same album. He did a song with it may have been Cyndi Lauper as well. But it was he did it was with featuring somebody that was pretty good. But I think the Billy Joel one won out.
Sweet.
'Cause I think that song was kind of cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which that's kind of what Huey is. So we're going with
Oh,
Huey Lewis, Hip to Be Square.
yeah.
Okay,
We'll do that one. I
we'll
mean,
do that.
yeah.
We'll let Coach fact check us.
Yeah. Call
See if
Me
he was.
Out is definitely right up there with it.
Yeah, I mean that was hard for me not to make the list. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, super
Mm-hmm.
cheesy. I remember watching the video with Chevy Chase,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's just a great video. And Paul Simon's very talented. I
Yeah.
like some of the Simon and Garfunkel. You know that what I can't think of the name of the song,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was on like The Graduate. Dustin Hoffman, the movie where he
Mm-hmm.
gets like his like an older woman to like pays him to do the deed, and it's
To
like a
what?
family friend or something, and it's like coming of age with an older woman. He's like just getting ready to go into college. Yeah,
Never seen it.
70s, one of Dustin Hoffman's. I think it's Dustin Hoffman.
Oh.
Yeah, one of his very first movies, I think. He was a kid, he was young, looked very young in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. Good list, Coach. Good list.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. So do you got anything going on this week?
For
Shows?
the
Plays?
first time in a very long time, no, I hope not. Because I'm tired. I'm tired and I want to spend a weekend at my damn house.
Yeah. I'm gonna get garden projects, keep them rolling, do some daydreaming, and about vacation. It's getting close, and
I might trim some trees. I got a sawzall and I got a tree that needs assistance, and it's like there's no leaves on it, and it would literally just take 20 minutes.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do it, but I just wanted to let you guys know.
So if anybody wants to cut down a tree this weekend,
No, I don't want anybody at my house. Leave me alone. I'm just
next weekend maybe.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about this nice weather. It's amazing how just a little bit of warm weather can totally change my mood. And I mean, Valentine's Day sucked, but it was rainy, and I mean, it sucked anyhow. And the kid ran off and had fun without her dad, and that was sad. And I was
Man, I wish I would have thought about it. I would have invited y'all to Hutch because I had to rent a car. My car's in the shop.
Oh no.
And they gave me a minivan.
Nice.
They gave me like and it was a Chrysler Pacifica, which is my favorite vehicle. It was ugly at first. So I'll tell you guys this story and then I'll let you go. So I got like the cheapest way to rent is they pick the car for you. I was like, okay. So I get to the place and he pulls up in this blue monster. And he's like, okay, you got a minivan. And I was like, I am a damn rock star. Why are you giving this to me? I'm going to a show right now. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, hey, you said we need to get our minivans on the road. I was like, okay. So I'm riding around in this car and it is the most luxurious, wonderful, amazing ride that I've ever been in. Just smooth. The sound system in Chrysler Pacificas are amazing. And then I get back and he was like, how was it? And I was like, I said, I was just really looking at it. It was super ugly. And I was just kind of being petty. But really, when I really got into it and got to know it, it was just like the best thing that I could have gotten on the road. And it made me think, maybe I should start dating ugly dudes and see if the same thing would happen. Like if I could just get me a 4 or 5, I bet he rides like a 10 or 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The same thing happened to me about the car, not the dudes. But I can't remember which. We took a trip to California.
Mm-hmm.
This was 100 years ago, before kids and before life sucked the will out of me. But was young and it was great. And I wanted like a sports car, something that looked, like you said, looked badass,
Mm-hmm.
And they brought out a Hyundai Sonata.
Ooh.
And I'm like whatever, and like I said, in the flatlands I didn't really notice, but when we got to the mountains and the hills, the big hills and the highway where
Mm.
And I had been on trips before, and that cruise control, it bogs down when you're going up a hill, so you slow down, and
Mhm.
that's always annoying when there's traffic, when you're trying to keep up with traffic.
Mhm.
This thing just
Drow.
didn't overspeed. It just kept that thing, and it all up down those hills, and it was a great trip for that. There was a lot of other weirdness. It was the end of a relationship. We'd had this thing planned for months,
But you s and
maybe even a year, because we were waiting
oh,
for
man,
for her
so
graduation from beauty school, and so that's what that was, a trip for her. She just turned 21, and only had the paper license, so she couldn't. She The other states don't give really a crap about this piece of paper you have. So the first place we tried to get a drink, we couldn't get a
oh.
drink. So yeah, she ended up calling the cat and leaving messages on the answer machine for the cat, and we cut the trip short and to go home because she was missing the cat.
I mean, I
Yeah,
get it because I
yeah,
have a cat,
yeah.
and I'd call my cat if he had sent the messages.
But like I said, we had already. I mean, we hadn't talked about it, but I think we both knew it wasn't gonna last, and we'd already had this planned, and so we're like, we're gonna go, and I mean, we didn't have a bad time, but we also didn't have a great time. I mean, we could have had a great time. I mean,
Mm,
we were young and in California for a week. God, we
mhm.
could have had fun. I think we had planned to go to like the whiskey, but like I said, with the paper ID, we should have waited a little bit longer till she got the real thing, and then I don't think we chanced it because I don't think we even tried going anywhere
Oh, yeah, just,
to.
like, getting her in and, like,
Yeah,
taking some shooters or something, put in her Coca-Cola, none of that. Not that I know anything about any of
yeah. I don't think. I don't even know. I mean, I'm sure the whiskey was open, but this, like I said, this was 20 years ago. The internet was still fairly new. I think I had a cell phone, and it was before smartphones. It was like right before smartphones, or right when they were coming off, because I raged against the smartphones for a little bit. I didn't want to jump right into them.
have one of
But
those cell phones that was a theft deterrent, so if you bop somebody in the head with it,
yeah,
they feel it.
I mean, it kind of looked like a smartphone, but it wasn't a smartphone, but it had GPS.
Oh,
And
okay.
it worked great for us the first day, got us into New Mexico, to
Mhm.
where we spent the night there. Next morning we got up and poof, it was gone. And I'm pretty sure we had MapQuested, printed out the MapQuest pages so we could get there.
Oh, yeah. Old MapQuest.
Yeah, but I mean, oh God, that trip was fun. I mean, the way home, like I said, we were in such a hurry to get home. We we drove through a sandstorm. We got caught in a sandstorm. We drove as far as we could, and we found the first place to pull over. We pulled over for an hour or so, then it kind of died down, and we got back on the road.
Mhm.
And like I said again, she drove in town, but she didn't really feel comfortable driving on the highway, not
Mm.
knowing where everything was. But towards the end, I was falling asleep trying to get her home so she
Mhm.
could see that damn cat. Man, and then when we broke up, I got stuck with the cat, and I mean, I love the cat.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean,
How
she's
can you
got one
even
that
get that's weird.
I
Like,
we were both weird, so I don't know.
I would
But
never leave my cat with somebody else.
she couldn't have a cat in the apartment she moved into. We
Oh,
were
so
living
she
together, so
trusted
she
you to
moved
keep
out,
it then, I see.
and her dad already had 2 or 3 cats that she had growing up. So she
Mhm.
already had cats over at her dad's, and
She just
but now she's got a cat that looks exactly like the cat we had. And
Jesus,
even funnier, she had a cat named Josie, and
really?
Joe's mom thought that I named my daughter after her. And I'm like, "I didn't even know she had a cat named Josie. I'm sorry I did not fact check this before." And so, yeah, like, no. But
This
it
is
was
just
weird. It
getting
was
better
weird
and
after I
better,
found
dude.
it after I found it out. I was like, "Wow, that is kind of weird."
I We're all connected in the circle of
Yeah,
life.
I had no contact with her when she had the cat Josie, so I don't know. But all right, we'll be back. I think we're gonna do years or not years artists next week. I want to verify with Coach before we put the list out that that was his pick. I'm pretty sure it was, and we'll get that list. I'm predicting. I'm going to predict it now that if that is it, the order will be Beastie Boys, Willie, and then Nickelback. I'm sorry.
Nickelback's first, absolutely.
No, I think it's going to be last because we
They're
let the
gonna
people pick. We let the
people are
people
gonna
pick.
pick Nickelback because they love me so much.
That may be. That may be. I could see that happening, but I think in a normal situation, I think Beastie Boys' popularity is going to outweigh Willie, and then I think almost anybody's popularity is going to.
I feel like it realistically, even though I love Nickelback, I feel like Willie's gonna be first.
I wouldn't be shocked either way if it went when it went with that. I wouldn't be too shocked. I would be shocked if Nickelback goes first. I will be shocked. I won't. I mean, I won't be mad. I'm all for getting it out of the way.
Nickelback's a good. Look, having to dive into Nickelback, you will finally understand why I love them so much.
I don't have to understand why. I respect. And like I said, I've listened to some Nickelback in my day, and it's just I'm not liking them to join the bandwagon. I just don't like their music. I mean, the fact that they made so much money off of being hated is the most amazing thing to me. It's kind of like the car crash to stare at it and try to figure out what happened. How did this happen? And I think it's awesome, and they didn't lie about it. They were up front, and I'm pretty sure they are 100% behind spreading the rumors to make everybody hate them. They did that on purpose their manager did maybe their manager.
Yeah, I watched the autobiography or the biography or the discography or whatever. There's a whole movie about it. They didn't do that. But look, the reason why I started loving Nickelback so much, especially on this show, was kind of like a anti-societal hatred. Like, you know what? I'm gonna love something everybody hates because I'm pissy and fuck you guys, And then I actually started listening to them because I had to pick a Nickelback song every show. And then guess what? Now I really do love Nickelback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure that won't happen, but I'm going to listen. I'm going to come up with 5 songs. I'm going to come up with my opinion. They're best 5 songs. I'm gonna do the research. I don't know how. I mean, it may be the first 5 songs I listen to. It's like no. But I'm gonna try. I'm going to fulfill the assignment. We'll see if how fate yields out the order of things. But yeah. Coach should be back next week. We'll probably Friday. I'll talk to him Friday, shout out him Friday, and see if that's for sure his pick, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
We'll get a poll and let the people vote. Power to the people.
Power to the people. You are somebody.
Thank you again.
All right.
Have a good night, everybody out there in Viewerland.
Bye. Thank you guys for watching.
We'll what did the alligator say? We'll see you later.